What's poppin', YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel. Hope all is well with everybody. Welcome to 2023 for sure. But I have one more video I needed to knock out so I can put the finishing touches on 2022. And it's the niche version of my favorite pickups of 2022. If you'd like to find out which fragrances I'm coming with, keep it locked. Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Like I stated before, this is my niche favorites of 2022. So let's rock and roll. First one, bond number 9, Eau de New York. It's been a while. It's been summertime since I smelled this one. Delightful scent here. What do you get with this one? You get citrus, you get green, fresh and spicy. But as far as notes is concerned, I get a lot of grapefruit in the opening of this fragrance right here, mixed in with that bergamot. But there's so many different like spices and leafy ambiances or nuances to this fragrance, being basil, lemon verbena, and neroli. But as you dry down, you get a little bit of woods and some vetiver and oak moss. But this is one that's definitely going to be even in more rotation when it comes summertime. Because I got that at the tail end of summer last year, and kind of my consistent rotation was already set. So it was one that was struggling to actually consistently peek his head in there. But I'm definitely interested to get some performance out of it this summer. Next one. It'll be Mancera's Oud Lemon Mint. A delightful scent. But this is one of those scent profiles that is, I would definitely admit, is a little different. And maybe even be considered maybe an acquired taste, if you will. But what you get with this one, you get a creamy almond in the opening, mixed with that lemon and some spices and pepper. But as it actually dries down, that patchouli comes in there, a little bit of oud. It's not a real strong oud, but it does let you know that its presence is felt in the mid. And then as it dries down, you get amber and vanilla. Very, very creamy, vanilla eccentric, like dry down for it. A very, very unique scent profile, something that I've never experienced before. And I'm looking forward to trying a lot more of Mancera's fragrances because they're very, very unique. A lot of them do have oud, but from what I've experienced so far, none of them is the oud that kind of run you off, barnyardy, if you will. Next one. Nishane Hasivat. A lot of people compare this one to Creed Aventus. I could understand why, but to me, the pineapple is a lot more prevalent in this one and juicy as far as like the strength of the pineapple. It just sticks out to you mixed with some bergamot. But as you actually dry down, it goes a lot more in its own direction than Creed Aventus, with it, considering that it's woody, but not smoky. So the smoky birch and all that that's in Creed Aventus, you get none of that here. You just get a lot of woods after you get a citrus blast in the opening. And this one here probably lasts on skin and clothes at least 2 to 3 more hours than Creed Aventus does. So I would have to say it has its own personality. But of course, when you put pineapple in the note breakdown of most fragrances, you're going to get that comparison. Next one. And a little bit of a spoiler alert. Your boy Alberto Morides clowned on this one. And that's Maison, Eau de New York. What do you get with this one? A blast of ginger mixed in with a lot of citrus. Now, when it came to the summertime for this one, I didn't even have this one in my collection. But this one was definitely not only going heavy rotation this upcoming summer in 2023, but it'll probably be within the top 5 of my summer list if it continues to impress me to the point that I've been impressed thus far. I wore it sparingly because by the time I actually got my hands on it, it was actually getting cold here in Kansas City. So I'm definitely going to save that one. And that one's maybe if I make me a summer trip or something like that, I'm probably pretty sure that one will go well along with me. And my wife was very, very impressed with that one when she first got her nose on that one. The fig is juicy in that one too. Next one. This one here has appeared on the channel a few times. And what can I say about it? It's a stunner, especially when you're ready to hit your niche offerings in your collection. And that's Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Satin Mood. Now this one here, when you're suited and booted or looking nice, going somewhere dressed to impress, this is a staple out of my rotation for those type of situations. What do you get with it? Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, and oud, with a dry down that goes a little bit powdery and a little bit somewhat vanilla like resemblance with the benzoin. But that one there is one that I'll always have in my collection because I'm that impressed with that one. I haven't actually bought any other fragrances by Maison Francis Kurkdjian as of yet, but considering I heard he's the perfumer now for Dior, I'm still planning to get some more offerings from that house because it's awesome. Next one, a new one to the collection, super new one, and that's by Parfums de Marly, Layton, the original. This is what you get with this one, a spicy oriental scent with an extremely strong vanilla dry down and some staying power. You get the apple, you get the lavender in the opening, but as it begins to dry down to the mid, is when the vanilla and tonka bean that's in the base begins to reign supreme from the mid to the dry down and well into the dry down. It's strong vanilla that's actually opens with a lot of oriental spice, that apple, that bergamot, and the opening lavender. And then, like I said, you get that vanilla dry down. It's a delightful scent. And it's a mass appealing scent. One that within the fragrance community is like a staple. If you're in the fragrance community, you almost have to have a bottle of this in your collection. Next one. Another one that has, first off, a slew of notes and is often compared to Creed Aventus. And that's Roja Parfums cologne version of Elysium. A delightful scent. What do you get when you get this one here? You get a lot of grapefruit, lemon, and bergamot. So it's like a citrus extravaganza in the opening. But as it dries down, you'll get more apple, and that black currant comes in. So that's what brings a lot of the comparison to Creed Aventus, with it being citrusy in the top, lots of black currant. But as it dries down, considering the note breakdown and how complex it is of Roja's fragrances, it goes its own direction as well. Doesn't stay like a Aventus clone or inspired by, if you ask me. It goes in the direction more of the labdanum, the vanilla, and benzoin, with a little hit of leather into that dry down, where Aventus is more of the birch wood and stuff like that. Next one. Right back, ain't cheating. And we're going to go with the spicy Fougere Scandal Parfum Cologne by Roja. Now this one here screams for you to dress it up. Extremely spicy, but in a good way. Now what do you get out of it? You get a little hint of that lemon and mint in the opening with that lavender intertwined in it. But as it begins to dry down, you'll get a lot of jasmine. Some florals come in a little bit, but it's more of that barbershop-y type of lavender and florals in the mid. And then as it dries down, you get the cloves, you get the moss, you get the tonka bean, which makes it a little bit sweet, but the spicy nutmeg and cashmere wood makes it smooth and creamy down the stretch. But it's definitely a head-turning, I need to be dressed up, going somewhere important type of scent. That's not one of the ones you just throw on a white tee and go to the grocery store smelling like Scandal. Next one. Once again, often compared to Creed Aventus, and that's Mancera's Cedrat Boise. Now this one here has an explosion of fruits in the beginning or opening, pineapple being the most prevalent with some bergamot. But this one here, the black currant, in my opinion, kicks in early in the fragrance. And then as it begins to dry down, you get lots of wood. You get some leather, you get some sandalwood, and you get some cedar wood, but a little bit of vanilla peaks in there, but it's actually kind of overshadowed by the woods. And once again, with this one, there's no smokiness. So that birch wood smoke and incensey like smell that you kind of get with Aventus, here is reign supreme with the fruits, and especially the pineapple and bergamot in the opening. And as it dries down, it gets woody, but it's very mass appealing and lasts at least 10 hours, 10 plus hours in my experience. Next one, second to last, going to my favorite house thus far, and that's Bond number 9, Lafayette Street. Now, what do you get with this one? You most definitely get bergamot and coriander, so you have some spice in the opening. This one's extremely unisex, so a woman can pull this off, a man can pull this off, but once you spray it on either individual, it goes its own direction as far as the skin chemistry, because I actually sprayed this on my wife, sprayed it on myself. We wore it the same day, and it smelled completely different, which was awesome. You get some of that apple, and you get that embroxing smell, so it definitely has some staying power and some push and some projection to it. But it's another one of those fragrances, to me, it's best suited for at least a Oxford and some loafers and your golfing shorts on up to a full-fledged suit. It's not a real casual scent profile to me when it comes to t-shirts and lounge around wear and basketball jerseys and stuff like that. Very sophisticated, very, very classy scent profile. And last but not least, even though discontinued, it's definitely a stunner. And if Bond number 9 got rid of New York Oud, I don't know what they were thinking. I'm hoping they reconsider it and bring it back so I can definitely get me a backup bottle. What you get with this one, juicy plum in the opening with some saffron, a hint of the orange, but as it dries down, you get some honey, you get some musk, of course you get some rose, so it's a rose oud combo with some fruits intertwined in there and some nice fresh pop with the saffron. But it's a very, very classy scent that I have to definitely use at this point very, very sparingly when it's cold and I'm dressed up, for the simple fact that I'm hearing the rumbles of Bond number 9 discontinuing it, but they're actually starting to bring back some of the previously discontinued fragrances. So I don't know what they're going to do with this one, but it's a tragedy that they got rid of that one. And that's my niche ending of 2022 list. And these are the higher end ones that I picked up this past year that I liked a whole lot. If you have any of these fragrances in your collection, leave a comment in the comments. Let me know what you think of them. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. But hey, this is my 11 of them right here, like I promised. Peace.